Yo, just got back from that workout this morning, jumped in with the class. It was a bit of fun. And it's been a while since I've done that. I should definitely do more of it. So we did Jerry, hero workout, which is good because it's a benchmark and everyone gets to test it, and it's CrossFit, right? So the idea is we're going to test and retest. That's what we do. Measurable, observable, repeatable data. It's really important that we're tracking our results in CrossFit, all right? We've got to make sure, we should do it, not just CrossFit, we should just definitely be doing it. And the reason for it is because we have something that we look at called it's developed by Greg Glassman, called the Sickness, Wellness, Fitness Continuum. And the idea of this is, depending on how we live our life is where we'll find ourselves sitting on this continuum. So for an example, when we go to the doctor for a checkup, we go in there and we get our heart rate checked, our blood pressure, our body fat percentage, things like that. All those biomarkers that we would use to determine how well we're living our life, how healthy we are. And usually what you'll do is you go into your GP and they'll do these tests, and they might look at, your blood pressure, and they'll look at that. And if your blood pressure is low or high, then they'll start asking questions. If it's smack bang in the middle though, you get that, 120 over 60, that's a good, nice healthy range. You're not going to get many questions. People aren't going to be asking, oh, what are you doing to be well? All right. There's not a lot of questions around that. We tend to get the questions asked to us when it's high or low. Now, most people, I think, as far as any sort of medical recommendations, that we need to be well rather than fit. The idea is that's, for the average person, that's kind of attractive, right? If we're just sitting in the wellness. Now, we as CrossFitters, we want to be fit, okay? And we're not just looking at these biomarkers like that. What we can do, we can look at tracking our results. We look at tracking our results to sort of determine what my deadlift is. And an example of today, Jerry, I tracking my time for my 800 meter run, for my 1600 meter run, breaking those runs up and sort of see how, if I can get that run done in like that mile run done in 6 minutes, then I'm doing well, okay? And generally speaking, if you get it done in around 8 minutes, people aren't asking too many questions about your fitness. If you're not getting it done inside 15 minutes, then we can safely say, maybe not now, but down the road, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some sort of health problems. And likewise, if I'm getting it done sub 6 minutes, people are going to be wondering how I'm so fit. Like, what did you do to get so fit to do inside a mile run inside 6 minutes? Same thing could be like burpees. If you can't do, say, 8 burpees inside a minute, then we're going to be asking questions about your fitness. We can sort of look at that and go down the track, not necessarily now, but if you're struggling here right now with 8 burpees in a minute, you've got some problems down the line. We could probably suggest that someone that can do around 12, 15 burpees in a minute, we're probably not going to, that's kind of standard. We're not going to be asking too many questions about that. But if you've got a person who can pump out 25 plus or 30 burpees in a minute, these people, we're once again, we're going, oh, what's your diet like? What are you doing? What's your training like? How are you so fit? Now, we should look at these performance indicators as a representation of where we are in our life with our fitness. And if we can do sub 6 minute 1 mile run, if we can do 30 burpees in a minute, if we can deadlift twice our body weight, chances are we're doing okay, and we're probably not 30% body fat. All right. So it's important that we track this data and look at it just the same way that we would, so you're not going to be fretting about going to your checkup to the doctors when you hit 45 and wondering about how you're going to go if I'm sick or well, because you're tracking it every day in the gym. You're doing all these workouts to purely give us a good indicator of our health overall. And so write down your results. Track them, see how you're progressing. Work towards improving your burpee time. Work towards improving your run time. Work towards improving your deadlift. And any other variable for that matter. And chances are, your health overall is going to be looking good too.